Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we are actually going to be showcasing the brand new unit MAST. We did do our testing with her, so shout outs to everybody who pulled up to the stream for the summons and obviously the testing. We tested her for about 2 hours, and if you want an opinion of her right now, I would say, based on the testing we've done so far, I would say if I was to rank her right now, I would rank her as a mid-high A tier to S tier character. I think what she does is great. Like, her job as a crit buffer support, I think she does a fantastic job. She's a character who, you know, definitely you will see a difference there with the crits, right? Not only because of the crit buffs that she gives, but because, especially when you're fighting bosses, the defense reduction she puts on those bosses, right? You'll definitely see that, right? Against regular enemies, the defense debuff isn't going to be all that crazy, but the crits are still definitely going to be effective. Now, this is definitely a character who works better with characters who get stronger the less HP they have, rather than characters who want to have full HP. For example, Alice. With MAST, Alice loses her pierce effect, which is something you don't want to do. She still does crit harder than she was before with MAST, but it's still not good enough because she loses her pierce effect. And Alice, you don't want her to lose her pierce effect. So it's a bit unfortunate there, but you know, I think MAST is still a great character overall. So we did pull her second multi. She's one character you just need one copy for, right? Because all you want her for is her skills, right? She's not a character who, you know, depends on any types of stats. You can go for more stats, but it, you know, she's not really, doesn't really depend on stats, honestly. So let's go over her kit. So all her skills are level 5. So activates when critical attack hits 2 times, affects the target. Sea Breeze, which lowers their defense by 1.46% of the caster's defense, stacks up to 50 times. Right, so let me see actually if I could do the calculations there for you guys right there at max stacks. So at max stacks, that's going to be 73%. So that's a total of 73% defense reduction, which is pretty nice, right? And then obviously activates when HP falls below 70%, affects health and 2 ally units with the highest attack except the caster. When they say except the caster, what that means is if MAST does have the highest attack, or if she's one of the 2 allies with the highest attack, they won't counter and they'll just go on to the next 2 allies with the highest attack, right? Because she already gets it herself. So this is a very good effect here. But I didn't even mention it, but you get crit damage essentially. Crit damage increased by 39.36% continuously. But her HP has to be below 70%. So it's not when it goes below 70% and then it goes to like 80%, she keeps it. No, she has to be below 70% all the time to get that. All right. Now her second skill, it's just this crit rate buff of 18.21% for 30 seconds from when the battle starts for herself and 2 allies with the highest attack, again excluding herself. And then her burst skill is a 20-second skill, burst 2 unit, of course. Increases the max HP of the caster and ally with two unit allies or ally units with the highest attack, but it doesn't restore their HP, and this lasts for 7 seconds. So this is good because essentially she's losing HP, but she's gaining max HP, right? So if her HP is at 1 million and you use this buff and it goes up to 2 million, you will have 1 million HP out of 2 million HP. Right, so you would then go from 100% to 50%, right? So you're basically losing HP but gaining max HP. You're not really losing HP though. It just looks like you're losing HP, but you're just gaining max HP and you're not healing it with it, right? You also get an additional crit damage buff of 19.46% for 7 seconds. And when, what's it called? Well, I guess the target with the Sea Breeze effect, which is the defense reduction, deals 3.49% of final attack as damage and mirrors the stat count of Sea Breeze every 1 second for 7 seconds. So it just keeps repeatedly stacking and stacking and stacking. All right, the cube I have on her is resilience. I'm sorry that took long to explain, but let's do this showcase for her now. So we're actually going to test her in shooting range with and without, obviously, like with her and without her. So we're gonna do this team right here where we have Guillotine actually, because again, Guillotine is a character who gets stronger the lower her HP is, right? MAST is probably going to be her best partner now for sure, a character who can just lower it. But one thing that we noticed against when we were testing her on the live stream, again, shout out to everybody who showed up, one thing we notice is that because it's only on the burst skill, it's gonna just be going back and forth. Now you're still gonna be losing HP from Guillotine's first skill herself, where she lowers her own HP, but when you use a burst skill from MAST, you are going to lower her HP for the time being, but once the 7 seconds are up, it's gonna revert back to itself. So if you guys take a look at Guillotine's HP now, you're gonna notice her max HP is gonna get increased, but she's not gonna get healed with it. So actually, before we take a look, her max HP is at 1,039,000, right? When we use it, you can see her thing damn near dropped to 50%, right? Damn near. But now she's at 1.7 million, but her HP is still where it was before, right? So you can see now she's just stronger because her max HP is increased and the percentage is lower. So you can see she's hitting, when she crits, what, 14,000 there per hit when she crits, and then it goes back to how it was when it finishes. So you can now see now her HP, it used to be here around like 60%, now it's back at like 80%, right? So that's what I mean when it's going back and forth between her burst skill and not, right? Because it's literally increasing her max HP, and then you can see right now she's way under 50%. Now she's hitting 20k when she crits, right? So you can see it's a very good combination. Her and Guillotine is probably the best combination. Like, I think you honestly get the most value out of it. But again, once the 7 seconds are up, you go back, right? But it's not really that much of a problem because Guillotine is still lowering her own HP. But this character is like the best way to get it, like most efficient out of Guillotine, right? So now she's at what? Like 20% of her max HP, and now you can see she's hitting 22k when she crits, really. Right, when she was, right? It's only lasts for 7 seconds, right? There are flaws with this girl, and right, you can see. So we use the full burst 3 times there, right? Right, let's just go through the like entire, like, pull it on to see. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like without MAST and with MAST. So you can see she's hitting 21k there when she crits, and like, it's just insane how it works, right? If only my Guillotine had more ammo, it would be so much better. Because I think when she reloads, it takes some time still, regardless, right? But you can see like the performance there was great, right? She hit 26 million. She hit the highest, right? And obviously Noir also hit pretty hard because she was the second character with the highest attack. But now if we try the same thing without her and we slap in, like, let's slap in Rupee, for example, you're gonna notice it's not gonna be as great, obviously, because we're not losing our HP and we're not getting the crit damage buff, right? Not only are we losing our HP, where Guillotine, for example, would get more attack percentages because she's losing HP, but she's not getting the crit rate and the crit damage buffs from all of that. And keep in mind, in that showing, okay, it froze there for a second. Okay, what the heck is going on here? Why is it freezing? Hold on. Okay, we should be fine now, right? But if you notice here, what's it called? You're gonna see, obviously, without MAST, it's just your HP is still gonna go down, but it's not gonna be as efficient. By the time we use our full burst, you can see we would already be damn near at what, 50% already. So it's kind of like, right, if MAST is like really gonna be Guillotine's best partner. I don't have Scarlet, so I can't test it with Scarlet, unfortunately, but I know a lot of people are saying she's really good with Scarlet. I would never understand. Make sure you guys put hashtag Sag or Scarlet list in the comments. Also, if you guys are still watching, make sure you guys subscribe and like, of course. But yeah, I think, again, she's going to, you know, be obviously best paired up with a character. Like, you can see the massive difference there, right? Obviously. Honestly, even against Dala, right? I think she might be a better option than Dala, which is saying a lot, right? And I'm actually going to show you guys. I think she might be a better option than Dala because, yes, Dala is giving you the attack buff, but it is every other 5 seconds, and it's still not that big of an attack buff. Like, obviously you get this extra stuff here, but I feel like, especially in a 1v1 situation, with bosses, obviously she's just going to be way better because of the defense thing. I'm not going to be able to show you guys in this video, but of course when I do a showcase on her against Chatterbox, which I will have out today as well, then you guys will see more of a better showing, right? But I do think that MAST is, what's it called? Just gonna be one of the better burst 2 options for your, like, if you want a character who is a damage supporter, I think MAST is gonna be one of the best options for you, honestly. Right? I think she would generally be one of the best options for you, right? And again, you're obviously still gonna see, like, I still think even if we were at full HP, the like attack buffs are still not gonna be more than the crit damage buffs, right? Because she gives a massive crit damage buff, right? So every other 5 seconds we do get this attack buff and stuff like that, but it's still not gonna be like as, it's not anything crazy, right? Where when I'm using MAST, right, there's the attack buff right there, it just went up by like 1000 damage, right? So it's clearly just better to use MAST, right? I think MAST is gonna be better with literally any of your DPSs that, you know, are better. Now, I wouldn't recommend to use her with, like I said before, Alice or anybody who, you know, needs to have a certain percent of HP or above, right? Because again, with that max HP increase, you're basically lowering their HP. So by increasing her HP by so much percentage, you're losing the pierce effect. I think this would be too much of a broken combination if Alice actually still had the pierce effect on top of what's it called, now you can actually probably have a team going, right? If I was to bring Alice, like MAST, and like maybe like the Summer Mary, I don't know if our HP would be over thing, but it still would hurt her though, because remember, you want MAST to have her HP higher than 70% as well. So you would literally have to have a character that specifically only heals up Alice, but because obviously, like, let's try that first. Actually, we didn't really test that one once. So we're using Alice, she's critting, her crit damage, you can see the buffs that are happening, right? So right now we have the pierce effect, we have the crit rate from the beginning of the battle, and when we use our burst skill, of course, which is going to proc right here. Okay, so that's crazy, I ain't gonna lie. So right now our HP is actually still at full. Do we not have the crit damage buff? We do not. That means she didn't get it. That means it's probably Privity. Yeah, it's Privity and Noir that's getting it, so I didn't even show it with Alice. But yeah, it doesn't work with Alice, right? Let me yeah, it doesn't work with Alice, because she's always gonna have below 70% or below 80% if you run her with MAST, and even if you bring a healer, you're gonna over heal MAST as well, which will remove the effect regardless. So MAST is a very good character in terms of what she's doing. Like I said in the beginning, I think I'd rank her A or S, like high A, mid high A, or low S tier right now. But there's still more testing to be done. We tested her with majority of the DPSs, obviously besides Scarlet, because I don't have her. But I do think this is a good pickup. I think this is going to be better for your account, especially when it comes to something like the Elysion Tower alone. Because remember, her best partner really is going to be, or the character that's going to benefit the most from this character is Guillotine, and she's an Elysion, and Elysion lacks DPS. But with this character, you can have that DPS there for sure, especially since you're lowering the attack much faster and stuff like that. So I think MAST is a great character, right? Like I said, there's more testing to be done. I would say she's one of the best burst 2 options for a damage support, right? Probably the best one, honestly. Because when I think of like damage support burst 2 units, I'm thinking Dala, Rupee, those are really it, right? Like, I want to consider Blanc, I want to consider Novel with their damage dealt, right? Basically their damage take, even Arya, right? But I think MAST is just doing, well, not better than Blanc in terms of like obviously her putting damage taken to all enemies, right? That's just better than whatever MAST is doing, of course. But when it comes to MAST versus Dala, MAST versus Rupee, MAST versus Novel in a 1v1 with bosses, right? I think MAST is still the best character to pick on your team for those attackers. So you guys let me know what you think. Like I said, there's more testing to be done, but from what the testing we've done on stream earlier with and obviously just now, and there's, like I said, more testing to be done, I want to say she's pretty good right now. I wouldn't say she's a bad character whatsoever. I didn't really see flaws with her. My only issues with her, if I didn't mention it already, is that her second skill lasts for only 30 seconds and that her burst skills last for like 7 seconds, right? All this stuff lasts for 7 seconds. I think if it was a 10 seconds, it would be so much better, obviously, because it's just more time. But she works great with like the DPSs of the game. So you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Like I said, there's going to be more testing, more videos. I want to do so many like team comps with this character. So you guys let me know what you think. And it's your boy Zxous. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out later. Peace.